Yeah, I meant to get up and I completely knocked back out. Very nice. That's up. What is it using the indicator? Yeah, don't forget, guys, after the session, I will be doing the walkthrough, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Going over the updates and everything. Can y'all log into your TradeDay on TradingView? I can't get it past the screen now. For some reason. I get you. That's good though, that's awesome. I was glad that the indicator, you know, kind of got you mostly there. Yeah, now the hard part actually starts. Passing is not the hard part. It's like, I figure it's like kind of like the easy part. Kind of like no stress, really, because there's nothing like, you know, you pass, you fail, whatever. Now it's the part trying to get a payout. That's when everything becomes real. But yeah, so just for, I guess, like FYI, why we didn't get a signal is was over 50 points. You could if you wanted to take this trade, all I had to do was disable breakout filter and it would have gotten you a grade. In my backtesting, 50 points is kind of like the safe area. 50 points, I would say. It's kind of like what you want to be, you know, that's kind of like the max. After 55 points or 50 points, you kind of can, it's kind of too far. That's good. It's about learning from the mistakes. I mean, popping, I guess not popping evals, but like, you know, popping funded accounts and stuff is, you know, it's a part of the game. It's gonna happen, but it's trying to maximize the you know, how many payouts you can get before that happens. Yeah, like with yeah, it just depends on the platform and everything, but like, yeah, try to get, you know, many payouts you can. Spend like, you know, $100 or whatever, or how many times you failed to pay, you know, to get a payout. You know, you always want to be net positive. I mean, if you get like, you know, 1 or 2 payouts, you know, of a couple, like 1,000 or something, you know, you spent like a couple $100, you know, passing evals and stuff, you know, you make your money back. Then you get, you know, use that money to buy more evals and kind of just keep going. Use that money, so you're basically always making money off your initial investment. Kind of like the thought process. Oh, morning everyone. Yeah, sorry about that. Way overslept. Meant to get up and then, but it looks like we didn't miss anything. So, with news and this huge breakout candle that reversed. Looks like we hit like a supply zone. Well, maybe we can get this breakout and actually get the actual continuation. Do we have any other targets besides previous day high? In previous week high, but man, like if we get a good breakout today, if we actually have continuation, like the 540s, I mean, you got the 2400s, was it 2400? And then like, yeah, like the 540s, and I mean, if this goes, I mean, this could be a monster. Is all the news done for the day? Does anyone know? And for some reason I cannot log into my trading view. I think I did something too. I think I was doing something last night and I think I did something. But it won't load. But I will say, make sure you do have like a daily loss limit set. That like saved me so many times. Where like I just kept trading and then boom, hit it, then I was done. I was like, okay. But I was able to recover that in 2 days, so it wasn't, you know, it's like not the end of the world. Yeah, for sure. I mean, let's see what we got. Got 4 minutes. We got time for this one. Yeah, it's, you know, just it's about learning from the mistakes. Try not to repeat them. But yeah, everyone's gonna go in full. Everyone's gonna go on tilt. Everyone's gonna pop accounts. Everyone's, you know, just trying to minimize the damage done. We're not, you know, everyone's human. Everyone makes mistakes. Nobody likes being wrong. Just trying to accept that. Yeah, so like the F grades, the D grades, like the grading system itself is not saying don't take the trade like 100%. It's just saying it's not seeing what it likes. Can it work? If you absolutely think it can work, that's why I left, like, even with the F grades, that's why it still has the TP, you know, it has all that stuff on there. Because if you like the setup, it's gonna, this could go to a C. But if you like the setup, you believe in it, that's why I like every setup that's valid, not valid, but every setup that's like, you know, it's above VWAP and you know, it meets the criteria of just being a breakout, it'll grade it and it'll give you all the, you know, stop losses, TP1, TP2, just in case, you know, you can say, oh no, I like this trade, even though it's D, even though it's you know, whatever. From my, you know, from like the data, yeah, it's better to avoid them. Because there's been trades that were like, it was a D and it was 59 points, so it needed basically 1 point to become a C. And I was like, yeah, I like this trade. I'll go light risk or something. But we still got 2 minutes on this candle, so let's see what it does. yeah, so like for this trade, we're going against trend. The volume, it has not been great on it. And the orb size was relatively small, actually 91 points over the average of 160. Well, actually 116 is actually small too. Yeah, so like I would say like the biggest not issue, but one of the biggest things is just the volume is like really weak. Oh wait, is there some type of meeting today? Let me look. So I'm just guessing here. Okay, so we have there's this. Let's see, there's something going on at 11, which is in about 50 minutes. And then that's yellow folder. The job openings was at about an hour ago. So we do have stuff going on in about 50 minutes. So let's see, this could, I really don't like that rejection. We had low volume. Let's see if we pull back into orb. See if we push into that fair value gap and see if we get a different, like another breakout. Because it could retest, but it pushed up pretty far. And, it pushed pretty far, almost went, to that 50% line. And then almost came completely back to orb. So it's kind of telling. Could this work? It definitely could, I think. But I'd rather just wait, see if it pushes back into that fair value gap. Oh, for the walkthrough, it's gonna be after the session. Does that answer your question? Yeah, so it looks like we're getting a retest here. That D setup, was not bad. It just I had that really big rejection, pretty big wick. Yeah, so basically, as soon as we're done with the session, I'll go ahead and just jump into that. Jump into the walkthrough. I'm gonna do it a little bit different. I'm gonna actually ask you guys questions first, see what you guys want to know, and then I'll just start going to do the walkthrough. Like 11, like in about an hour, I would say. Like if there's no setup. Like yesterday was like really late. Like we didn't take a trade till very late in the session. But I would say maybe like in about an hour. I would say the session should be, something should already either happened or the move should already happened. Because it looks like the move is happening kind of already. Yeah, it looks like we're getting the break and retest. Yeah, it looks like that D setup was good. We'll see. I don't know, that rejection, the breakout candle itself, it's kind of spooky. You come up. It looks kind of like like a supply and demand setup. where it just comes, it kind of comes, or not kind of, it comes up and it retested the supply zone, and then I was shooting up. But like I said, we had a, you know, like just like came up and then shot back down. So I mean, there is some selling pressure for sure. What I was kind of hoping was, you know, we would come back, retest this, then break out again. Then we can have like, you know, some solid continuation. Yeah, looks like we're just gonna keep pushing the TP1 here. Did anyone enter? Yeah, looks like that's gonna hit TP1 for sure. I would even say, you know, there's, you know, it could be a break and retest, but I mean, this is just too far to even, like, if it would have closed like over here, maybe you could enter here and write it up, but this is like a break retest, and then there's a huge candle. Yeah, it's definitely gonna hit TP1, I would say. Yeah, like I get what you're saying. Yeah, the initial bounce right here, hit the top, hit the low, then boom. Yeah, that was a very aggressive candle. About an 80-point candle. Yeah, I don't see why this wouldn't hit TP1 if you did take this trade. Be kind of like one of those things, like, you know, definitely a break even here if you were to enter. No reason to have any risk on the table. Yeah, it's one of those things that's like had a lot of things going against it, and it's you know, obviously it's working, but like, you know, like the indicator here would have pretty much, I think, would have saved you on this one. You know, it came up and then shot back down. I do like this trade, but I wanted to see it come down a little bit into it and then come back up, or like not have such a big retest. Like I said, if it would have closed not up here, I would have said, yeah, okay, we can, you know, you could just do a break and retest entry, but yeah, because this could be, like I said, if it gets past previous day highs, this could be a massive move. Even if it like broke and retest this, then, you know, continuation could be massive. But you don't want to come to like a situation where, you know, you saw like it's like right here, shot up, and then just boom. You know, yeah, you just don't want to have that like, oh yeah, you think you're gonna, you know, you're on the right side, and then just completely just get demolished. Because let me see. I'm just kind of curious. Was it a losing trade? Yeah, so the C setup would have been a losing trade. Yeah, see if it continues up, or is it gonna come back down? No, I don't see why I wouldn't want to hit TP1. Yeah, it looks like it's like, since we hit previous day high twice and kind of just like boom, I think once we do break it, it's just gonna rocket. It's just getting past previous day high first. Yeah, so like personally, this is what I would want to see. Like if it would have went like down like this, so like came down, it would have popped up, maybe like closed somewhere in here, came down, retested this, maybe even midline, you know, showed like, okay, we can't break that, then broke out again, and then continuation. That would have been kind of like the ideal, what I would like to see. What we might see here is we might close this little fair value gap and then have continuation. But we'll see. I just want to see how this little fair value gap holds. We have not made a higher high. We made an internal high. Made a high, low, broke the high, came down, made an equal low at IB, or you know, however you want to look at it. You want to look at it as, you know, the IB or international or initial balance. But at the orb low, also with VWAP, so you know we have like a nice double bottom. But it's gonna just depend on what happens here. Yes, so I do have a trading plan. I think it's important. That's why I built that. I don't know if you saw, like on Nexus, I built like a journal. Obviously, that's not, you know, you can use a journal. Actually, my original journal was on Google Sheets. That was like my original one I had when I was using. Obviously, you can journal whatever you want. My trading, yeah, I have a trading plan. It is based off the data that I have. Since I primarily use Apex, I'm gonna switch. I have other platforms I use, but with my data, I'm trading this a little more aggressively. I have a max drawdown, max daily set to 500, as you say. I have it also on my TradeDay. So once I hit $500 for the day, I am locked out. I have a lockout on my computer as well, that like I can't go into TradeDay and change anything. So once I hit 500, I'm done for the day. Which one? The trading journal or the lockout I was talking about? Oh, I can show you it. So yeah, it's based off my data from this indicator. So the basis says that if I don't go over $500 a day, I can recover break even. So okay, like I said, I use Apex, and this particular account is a trailing. They actually having a sale right now for 90%. So I'm gonna grab some evals and do the end of day. So for me, intraday is so much easier. So it's like, once you're like, say like I took this trade, obviously I would be at break even, and I mean, I don't think I would go this deep in the money without, you know, maybe going to 50% or something, but like I would definitely be at break even. So if it came down and stopped me out, I'm not lost. I haven't lost anything. Obviously this is insanely deep. I went insanely close to TP. That sometimes happens, but yeah, so like say it came up here or we're at past 50 cent, we're really close, I would definitely be at break even. So if it came down, I didn't, I'm not out. That's the way I look at it. It depends on like price action. Say like I'm really confident it's gonna go past previous day high. It's gonna go past CP1. It's gonna go to CP2 more likely. What I'll do is move my TP up. I won't have a hard TP. Like I'll put it at TP2 and like, okay, I'll watch price, and then like as we break levels, I'll start trailing. So like just as an example, like say like we had broke through TP1, and I'm like, okay, I'll put it at 50%, and then we like came out, retested TP1, started going up. I'll put it like a lock in TP1, and then kind of just keep trailing until a TP2 or just I get knocked out. So my session time, I don't like trading past 11 o'clock. That's kind of like personal preference. Sometimes depending on price action, say like we haven't had a breakout all day and we're just kind of choppy, sometimes we'll put an alarm on, to see if we get a breakout late in the day, because that sometimes happens. I'll just walk away, put an alert, and once I get my alert, I'll evaluate the trade. Usually past 11 o'clock, which is in about 30 minutes for me, I'm kind of done. I have other things I want to do. If the setup's not there, I'm not gonna force a trade. Like 10:30, it's like kind of already getting late. The setup, this kind of setup isn't looking great. It's not fitting the criteria. So I'm not just gonna take like, I try not to take like a random trade. Like I try to follow the rules. So like, we already had our setup. I could have entered it. Didn't. So we're kind of just in this like limbo of waiting for something to happen. Yeah, I don't like, as far as like the break even stuff and like the stuff like that, I don't have like hard rules. It's just more of price action. It's like what I'm looking at. I guess that just takes a little bit of time in the just trading to understand like, okay, like I like what I see. I want to make sure, I want to see if I can capitalize on this, or just if I don't think price is, I'm just trying to get my whatever X amount of points and then just get out. It just kind of depends on the situation, but I also don't want to go too deep in the money and have it completely reverse on me. Like I think I was saying this yesterday, it's like somebody offered you $100, you're not gonna say no. And that's always the kind of the hardest thing, where TP1, like say this completely reverses, stops me out. Like say I entered and then we were 10 points away from TP1, and then it just completely reverses. Like you kind of like, you want to take some profit, like especially if you're using more than one contract. It's always, it's kind of good just to like put one contract at, say you're in with two contracts, put one here maybe, and then like when I break even, so at least you're walking away with something. But it just, sometimes you leave money on the table doing that, but sometimes like there are times like this where yeah, you still make something. Because the last thing you want to do is like have like, you don't want to have FOMO, and you don't want to be like, oh man, I could have made this much money on the trade if I did this. The trade, once the trade's over, you just kind of like let it go, and move on to the next one. Don't think like, oh, I'll just take another trade, I'll make that money I would have made. That's usually like a recipe for disaster. Yeah, but I'll dig out my trading plan. It's actually in my, let me see, I think it's Yeah, but let me find it though, because I do have it out of my Google Drive. Yeah, but a trading plan is very, very important. It helps you from aimlessness and just checking random stuff, and it helps to know the criteria, like not the criteria, and also like what your like A needs to happen to make, you know, to go to B, to go to C, to go to D. Like things need to happen in a certain order. And like what's good about this strategy is the, I guess, the turnaround. So like drawdown to getting out of drawdown is really good. So even if you take losses, you're able to get out of the hole pretty quickly, pretty easily. Are you gonna go in drawdown? Yes, everyone. That's just kind of how it goes. But getting yourself out is pretty good. Even with this month, I'm pretty sure that we're net positive. Like okay, so we're getting a retest, possibly. Like I said, this is what I wanted to see. I didn't want to go this high. I didn't, you know, want to go that high, but like I want to see like a retest, or like a retest of the fair value gap. Because if I bust out the fib, I'm gonna guess right around here is gonna be the 618 level. Let me see. Just by eyeballing it. Yeah, okay, it's a little bit higher. Right around here. So this would be like, you know, the discount zone for them, for buyers. But I do recommend, like, I'll show you my trading plan. But I do recommend having, like, specifically for you, it needs to fit your trading style. Like, how many trades are you allowed today? 1, 2, 3. You know, are you allowed only breakout to each side? Are you allowed, you know, what is your max, you know, drawdown? How many trades can you lose in a row before you blow the account? Or do you have a drawdown protocol? Like, if you're an X amount of drawdown, do you lower size? Do you skip after you have had 2 losses and like 2 losing days in a row? Do you like wait the week out? Do you know, there's like stuff like that I would consider, because it's also, it's not 100% about your account. It's also about your psychology. Just want to make sure, you know, can you handle 4 losses of, you know, X amount of money, or is that just gonna put you on tilt? And the reason I know these things is because I've made those mistakes. I've gotten, I had 2 accounts that were like $600 away from payouts, and I blew them both. Like they were like back to back. I blew them in a group. Like I was copy trading, and then I just went full tilt, and then I was like, and it was like 2 weeks of grinding and just working that payout, and then super close to the end, and then one day just blew it. Like I was like upset that I can't remember what it was. I think I was in a trade and like I didn't take the money when I could have got, like when I was like when it was on the table, didn't take it, and I was like, oh, you know what, I can make it back. And then lost, and like, oh, I can make it back, and lost. You know, just bleeding money. But it's good to know your psychology, like who you are. I can't be on the charts all day. Like, I'm gonna end up taking something that I think is gonna work. Then I look back at it, I'm like, oh, this is a bad trade. And no one's there to stop you from pushing that button. Okay, so we got a retest here. Okay, we got 45 seconds for this candle to close. We got a good retest. Now the question is it a valid trade? Is it, let's see, what would be like the risk? What is it, 100 points? So it'd be about one contract would be about 200 bucks. I think I'm gonna enter this one. Yeah, I mean, right, there's a break and retest here. I'm gonna enter this one.
Order
Jesus.
submit. Order filled.
Oh my god, I got a horrible entry. I entered this one. It's not gonna show my trading view because I can't log in for some reason. On the top here it's showing the yeah, I got a really bad entry. Yeah, there's a break and retest here. I'm interested in it. If you do want to enter this trade, I would maybe wait till it came down a little bit. You don't want to enter up here. Like, you want to have some type of like safety net.
Order submitted.
I could see.
Order submitted.
Yeah, I'm just kind of seeing. Like I said, I'm only doing one contract. Where I wanted to get in was like at the here, at the that's where I wanted to get in, but it's not. I got in way later. Yeah, like I said, this is a pure, not pure. This is, just a break and retest. We didn't break the highs. We just made, like I said, we made an internal high. I want to see if we break, previous day high. I think if we do, it could be potentially massive trade. Because if we could break this, go to push up, retest, and there's nothing, we could just kind of push it, just getting past this. I mean, the theory could be wrong, but if you look at the 4 hour, we hit this wick, came up. If we just need to get past this level and probably past the 613-ish. We have fair value gap, fair value gap, fair value gap. I would like to see it 553 and push up there. I guess I could be completely wrong. We could kind of do the same thing where we just came up, shot down, came up, shot down. That's if we get the TP1 and then rejected, then I'll probably just get out of break even. Right now we are not really. We're just kind of up, down, up. So I would want to see these highs get taken and try not to pull back. Like I said, I actually got a really bad entry. I should have been a lot like lower down, but the price took off without me when I hit buy. And so I would probably do even my stop loss probably like midline. Yeah, something like that. Someone risking like 170 bucks. So if it comes down to like midline, like past like the 50% of the midline, and or not midline of the fair value gap, then I would consider myself wrong. Like I said, I'm only one contract, so I'm not trying to do anything crazy. Yeah, but it doesn't look like a bad break and retest, you know. It's like it's just the classic break, retest, you know, trying to see if we can get some continuation. Like for me, I'm up 6 something on the day. Almost 700, so if, you know, I take a loss, I still have like 5, potentially to make, you know, 300. But yeah, if I get stopped at like at midline, then you know, that trade was invalid. We just want to see us hold orb. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on this one. I'm gonna wait. I just want to see what price does. I want to give my idea time to breathe. This would probably be like the better price to get in at. Or if I was gonna add contracts, it'd probably be like there. But I'm not gonna. Because I think we did tap. We didn't. We almost tapped the 618 level on the 5 minute. Yeah, pretty much like I would say like the invalidations in it is going to be pretty much either the fair value gap or just come back into orb itself and be like, okay, the idea is incorrect. Yeah, so like this is where I want to get in. This is where I would have been like basically break even right now. See, we're getting actually a lot of aggressive selling, or at least a good push. Yeah, see, we're getting, it's like possibly getting another retest. See how this candle finishes. We don't want to finish too strong down. Looks like we are. So we'll see. Yeah, it looks like we might break back into orb here. Yeah, it looks like price is going back pretty aggressively. Let's see how this plays out. It'll probably might be my only trade, just because it's so late in the session already. Looks like we're pushing pretty hard. Yeah, and as soon as we're done, we'll go ahead and do the Q&A. Or we'll do the Q&A walkthrough. Let's see. Yeah, it's a pretty big wick. Not a good sign. Yeah, we're just hanging around orb. So price action is pretty slow. Another retest. Let's see if it holds outside orb. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna push down. Back into orb and see if we hold. Be nice if we got some volume. Looks like we tapped the fair value gap. Okay, we're getting some good volume. See if we can continue this instead of getting just like wicked. How much time left on this? Got 8 minutes left in this 1 hour. So like the one thing to always consider, like with these candles. So this is like a really flat bottom candle, but candles are always usually gonna have like a wick. So like say price ends up, closing up here, it's going to come down and then, it's going to continue in that direction. So like on these bigger candles, like obviously like the 1 hour and the 4 hour, it's very rare you see a Mirabusa candle. I believe that's how you say it. It's a candle with no wick. Those are very rare. But yeah, so you're always going to see like, even with the smaller candles, like if you're trading like in a candle opens, don't be scared if like price comes down, because it's gonna make a wick and then continue, whatever direction it's gonna go. So like every candle, opened, came down, then continued up. So it's always something to kind of consider, especially like when like these higher time frame candles. So it's gonna end in like 7 minutes. So like say wherever it closes, we're gonna probably get a push down and then continuation, or it's gonna go a direction, then go the direction it wants. That's always something kind of to keep in mind. Wow, I got a really bad entry. I thought I entered like here. See, I'm not like, I like the retest here. Just, we're not getting any like follow through. Yeah, that's what I didn't want to see. Yeah, I was not really afraid of, but just you don't want to see. Not making any higher highs. Gonna break this internal high. We got 14 seconds left in this candle. Is anyone in the trade, or is it just me? Oh, you're in? Oh, I thought you got out. Yeah, the reason I'm giving that that much room is because I'm up on the day, so I'm okay with like $170 loss. Probably, yeah. I'll still be up like 5. That's not like too big of a deal. This, you know, we're holding orb for now. But we're not really pushing up. Yeah, if we get if we start making new lows and stuff like in this area, yeah, it's probably, you know, it's invalid. But we are just hanging around orb. Like I said, I see it if we could break past previous day high, if it does go that direction, which it could easily go down at this point. Like it could be a good trade, like a really good trade. But yeah, it's looking like it wants, yeah, it's looking like it wants to come down. Looks like I'm probably gonna get taken out here pretty soon. Yeah, it's not looking too good. Yeah, it looks like I'm probably gonna get stopped out. Unless it like wicks really hard here. Yeah, it's gonna push now. Just kind of watching it. See if seeing if this the fair value gap actually held. Went pretty deep and getting a reaction. Just gotta continue out of orb to even have a shot here. Okay, it's good. See if we can actually hold outside of it. I didn't have such a bad entry. So we can get over some of these highs here, not just wick again. Hopefully some of y'all have better, if you're in the trade, better entry. You'd be in profit right now. This volume is not on our side today. Yeah, so not what you want to see. Hopefully we get a good strong close outside of orb here. Yeah, so we couldn't break that high. Try to. A lot of wicks. Seems like prices is kind of undecisive. Just a waiting game now. My TP is arbitrary right now. I just want to see because I can't see it on my trading view. Okay, so I want to see a high get taken out. Really want to see previous day high just completely taken. If it hits previous day high, I'm more likely just gonna go to break even, and then see from there. We're at a 1-to-1. Previously I have a 1-to-1. Okay, it's not too bad. So we can get past this round number. It's like, it seems like we keep getting a lot of momentum, but then just getting pullbacks. Like a momentum pullback. Yeah, looks like I got stuck at that round number. See if we don't get like a crazy pullback. Do you guys only use TradingView, or do you guys use other things to trade on besides TradingView? Yeah, I'm having my finger on the trigger here. Just in case what this does. Starts coming down aggressively, I'll just take the loss. It's not, you know, I might keep kind of getting stuck. I'm just not gonna. It's getting late in the session. MT5 and TopStep-X, nice. I haven't used TopStep. Oh man, I haven't traded with TopStep probably in like two years, maybe? Something like that. This is back when you could actually, because you could, with TopStep, you only can trade with TopStep-X, right? Or now? It only has Project X? When I was trading with them, you could trade with TradeDay. That was a long time ago. I think, how was it? It looked like more like TradeLocker, I think. I want to say it looked like more like TradeLocker back then, or it might have been TradeLocker. That's might have been one of the. It might have been what they offered then. I can't remember. Yeah, because it had its own like UI. It was kind of like NinjaTrader, but I think it was TradeLocker. Yeah, I remember it being like, I think their price data where they got it from was different from like TradingView, so it was like the pricing was always just slightly off. It always bugged me. Cause I think back then I was trading supply and demand, so like it was, I don't know. Yeah, if I remember correctly, it was something like that. Yeah, but the price data wasn't the same, which none of them are actually the same, depending wherever they get their data from. I mean, you can go on TradingView and get like 3 different sources. It needs to break this high. If it's just gonna make it like a double top, then not good. MT5, I haven't used MT5 in a very long time. I didn't like it, but I think it's more for like Forex, right? There we go. All right, when you break this high, and then break previous day high, like break this, and just shoot for the moon. Yeah, I'm trying to remember when the last time I traded with Top Step. It was just so long ago. I think it was before like all the drama. It was before the Project X drama. It was way before that, but they had like a lot of drama, so I just stayed away. I'm not saying they're a bad prop firm or anything. They've been in the game for a very long time. I think that was one of the first prop firms I traded with. After I moved from Forex, I went to Top Step. Oh, Top Step or Top Step X, the Project X, whatever you can call it. Because I think Project X is I can't remember the whole thing where it was like bought out and the whole thing. And they had like I don't know, just a lot of stuff. MT5, yeah, MT5 has been around forever though. Like it hasn't changed, but it's been around, and you could do a lot with it though. Like a lot of with automation and stuff, like with bots. That's what I'm aware of that. Yeah, but MT5 has been around for like, I mean, it looks like it's still from like Windows 90, like Windows 98, but it's been around forever. Yeah, and so one time I bought a Rhythmic account on accident, so I had to download Rhythmic and learn how to use that. I absolutely hated it. Now it's like we're breaking this high. Did I just get out break even here? Like, we're not breaking this high. I don't know, I might get out like a break even here. I don't know if it's worth it to even hold. I mean, it could still do what I want, like what I'm thinking it's gonna do, but I don't know if I want us to throw all this. I feel like price would have kind of already done what it wants to do, unless it's just like gonna slow grind to like previous day high and then just like absolutely blast. Yeah, but I when I was trading Forex, because like TradeLocker was kind of, I think, used for Forex, I believe. I think I was using TradeLocker on Forex as well, I think. So I was really familiar. I liked it. But then it had like, I think it had like TradingView integrated into it or something. I don't know, but a lot has changed since then. Like a lot has changed. But I've never used Project X. I had already been away from that company for a very long time before they went native with it. And wasn't it like when they were still doing like, I think TradeDay and Project X, I think it was like cheaper to, before they like went solely Project X, I think it was like cheaper to like your accounts are cheaper for using Project X. If you use TradeDay, maybe I think you got charged more, something like that. Yeah, it looks like we're stuck at this round number. Yeah, I've known a couple of people that have like made some really good like I think like 4x robots or like bots with MT5. No. I meant like they built it. They built like trading bots for themselves using MT5. As far as I know, I don't think any company really offers stuff like that. I don't think a bot firm would want people to make money like that. They don't want to lose money. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna break even. Not really. No reason to go into more drawdown on this trade. Yeah, the only thing I don't like, I mean, you can't see it right now, but like when I trade using TradingView and NinjaTrader, the price is very not very accurate, very fast. TradingView is very laggy. It doesn't really matter on the 5 minute, but when I used to trade the 1 minute, it used to like bug the hell out of me. But I'm not a huge fan of NinjaTrader's like UI. I mean, it's really sophisticated, and it's a really big learning curve. It can do a lot. Yeah. So for it's the same link. So it's all tied to the same like link. There we go. Now we're getting a push. It's all tied to the same link. You just go to like, I'll show you here in a minute, but like, yeah, so if you click the link, like if you were going to sign up normally, and it's going to have like two options, like let's say like it'll have like a +2, and you click it, and then it'll have the different pricing. So it'll be a yearly, a lifetime, and then the monthly, which obviously you guys already know. Yeah, so if you want to do the lifetime, yeah, just click that, and it should just, you put in the coupon code because it's a lot cheaper. Well, not a lot cheaper, it's cheaper for the sale, and then yeah, then you'll be good to go. I mean, you'll just you know, you won't have a monthly payment, and you'll get everything that's, you know, what you're getting, and all the updates and all that stuff. It'll be all included. Yeah, I'll show you guys here in a minute. Let me just see how this is gonna play out at the previous day high. Yeah, I'm definitely break even now. God, it took forever to get in profit. Like I still stand by this trade. Like it was, that's why I was like, I'll let it ride, because I was like, I believe this could work. Just because this is like kind of the biggest hurdle, so it's like if we break this, it's actually gonna mean something. Obviously, if we come back and it stops me out, then it stops me out. So we're able to break this internal high. So we just need to break this high and not just come down like all the way. I mean, if it comes back 50 points, then it comes back 50 points. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna go down 50 points. Might have been a little too ambitious to try to get past previous day high. Well, only thing good, we can't take a loss now. Yeah, this price action is like a lot of like volume on each side, I guess. Like a lot of like you push and then it pushes back really hard. I mean, the buyers and sellers are duking it out. I always liked how it was like explained, like that saying like, oh, there's more buyers than sellers. There's the same amount. It's just what they're willing to pay. I always thought that was an interesting, interesting concept. Have you guys read any books on trading, or like trading or psychology or anything, like on like trading itself? Which one did you read? It's all good. I'm not a big reader. I do a lot of Spotify. I do a lot of not a lot. I do Audible. So I just listen to the books like when I'm doing something. I'm not a big reader. Like I'm not a big fan of reading. So like I like to put the audiobooks on, like, you know, if I'm doing something. And it's easier for me because it's like I can see the book in time. So it's like, oh, it's 10 hours. So it's like, oh, okay, I could do it like, you know, hour a day, you know, 10 days. Or if it's like, you know, 3 hours, you know, I could just do it in like 30-minute chunks. It's kind of like, it's like TV shows. It's like, oh, it's already like it's like 4 episodes. Okay, so I want to see if we hold this round number, like a retest, and then speak as a continuation. Okay, yeah, let me look. What issue are you having? Make sure I have everything correct on my end. Okay, let me check that real quick. Yeah, let me check that real quick. The only thing I can guess is possibly since you're already a member, but let me look into it real quick. Okay, so so you were able to enter the info. Let me see, just check my end. Okay, yeah, let me look. Okay, I believe I figured out the issue. So what I'm gonna do is, it should be very simple. So there's, sorry, are you trying to do it right now? The lifetime? Like, are you gonna want to do it right now? That's what I mean. Sorry. Okay, give me 1 second. I can, oh, there we go. We're getting a nice push now. Yeah, I can actually help you with that. Hold on, not yet. Hold on, give me 1 second. Oh, there we go. Now we're getting the pump. Okay, see if we can break previous day high here. What is your WOMP username? Whoa, there we go. Yeah. Okay, yeah, no, you got that crazy push. This is what I want to see. So what I want to see now is, oh, now we're pumping. Now we're pumping. Oh shit, I didn't even realize I had a TP up here. Okay, so I don't know, I might just actually just get out. I want to see what this does here. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is cancel your membership, and then you should be able to do it. Just give me 1 second. Let me just manage this trade real quick. Okay, yeah, let me there we go. I don't know. Let me see what this does here. There we go. Alright, I got my finger on the trigger on this one. Once you get like a pullback, I'm out. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. There you go. God damn, this thing's moving. God. Oh my goodness. Alright. Oh my god. Oh my. I have to keep moving. I'm gonna have to get out of this trade soon. I can't hold it anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna get out.
Order filled.
I'm out. I'm out. Damn. Oh,
Order
basically
canceled.
got out the top of that one. I can't go over $1,300 a day. It's gonna blow my consistency. Oh, is it news? Golly. That was nuts. That was crazy, dude. Yeah, I couldn't risk holding it any more than that. Wow, look at that. Oh, dude, somebody just made some crazy money. I think still going. God. Well, my theory was correct. I thought we were gonna blast. I just had to get over previous day high, and I knew we were gonna shoot up. Is there like a tweet or something? Like the one day I can't hold a trade. Dude, this thing is ripping. Oh my god. Dude, this thing is absolutely gripping. Already 235 points. This is insane. Damn, like the one day I can't hold a trade. Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's gonna like, if it pumps, this might have like a crazy pullback. Yeah, and I'll get you set up in the membership. Oh my god, this is nuts, dude. Yeah, well, that was somebody just made crazy money. And I hope somebody passed their eval with this. Holy hell. Yeah, that's holy hell, dude. It's crazy because like there's that many times that I've been actually in the trade when that happens. Usually it's like after I'm out of the trade. It's rarely like, you know, it happens like yeah, see, like, oh, we just pushed through this fair value gap. Like, 955 is like a really good target. Even where it's at, it's like, you know, it's a pretty good target. Oh, it sucks. I was only with one contract too. Yeah, I'm with Apex, so they allow news trading. Plus, I was already in the trade, so I wasn't like hedging or anything. I wasn't doing anything. But yeah, that was nuts, guys. I would have loved to hold this trade, like all the way to the top of that. Yeah, this. Yeah, cause like for me, I have a 50% consistency rule on this account, so I can't go over like 13. But yeah, it was crazy. What was it? A news event that caused that? Yeah, that was nuts, guys. Okay, yeah, let me get this all straightened out for you. Well, it was very, very positive for me. It was positive for my account. Very good day, guys. Very good day. Very good. Alright, let me